Today, my lesson is about temptation, all right? So, the first temptation was in the Garden of Eden, all right? It's actually the first book in the Bible, too. Okay, so Adam and Eve were into creation, and their only rule was to not eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And there was a serpent, and back then serpents had legs and legs and arms, like they were like lizards. So, he was in the garden, and he was on the tree, from what the Action Bible says. I read a couple of different Bibles. And then Eve went over and heard the serpent talking. He's like, okay, if you eat from this, God was lying to you. You'll have everything you need. And Eve believed that. That's called temptation. He tempted Eve against God's will. So, what Eve did was she took a bite of it, and she was like, that's pretty good. Then Adam came over and trusted her. He's like, yeah, I'll trust you. Took a bite out of it, and then that's when sin came into the world. Because originally, God's plan was for everything to be perfect. There wasn't going to be no sin, no lust, no nothing. Okay? Their only rule is to not eat from that thing, and from that tree. And then sin came into the world, and that's when Cain killed Abel, and a whole bunch of everything was just unperfect. Everything was perfect until that. Okay? But after that, but before that, everything was good. Nobody was sinning, nobody was nothing. So, but the thing is Satan's going to try to tempt you, and against God's will, because God doesn't want you sinning. Yeah, you are going to sin. You're going to sin. It's normal for everybody. But as long as you go to Him and ask for forgiveness, that's the thing that really matters, is that you can't just be like, sin, 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 God, I ask for forgiveness, sin, 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 ask for forgiveness. You can't just have it in your mind that, well, if I just ask God for forgiveness, then I'll always be perfect. No. Because, yeah, He's never going to leave you nor forsake you, but if you're not sincere about it, then I'm pretty sure He's just going to be like, you're just lying to me, you're never going to be good enough. And thing is, you ain't got to be good enough. If you're covered by God's blood, then you won't want to be sinning, because you know that it's bad. And that's the way I am. Yes, I sin. Yeah, everybody does, like I said. But here's the thing, is I ask God, I'm just like, God, I don't feel right what I did. And then He'll be like, you know what? It's fine. You're forgiven. And then I won't want to do it anymore. I haven't sinned for a couple days now. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I love you all. Don't be tempted by Satan's word.